everybody, Invisiblekatana here. That would be at the beginning. I'm doing a reaction and review for the Thor Ragnarok trailer. It came out yesterday. I know everybody's already done a video on it. Didn't have the chance to do it yesterday, but I really wanted to. For whatever reason, I've been doing a bunch of reaction videos lately, so that's why I decided to do it. Excited to get into this, so that's what we're going to do. And I know there's one thing in here that I'm very excited for. That's pretty cool. Oh! I didn't know she was going to be in this. I didn't know that was going to happen either. They're really going for the music. There's Aku. All I can think of is singing the song now. He's not having a good time in this movie, huh? They're definitely... Gold blue. Oh.
It's main event time.
Contender, huh? I didn't know he had the long hair, so it's interesting that he does have it and then they cut it. This is going to be amazing. Because I know what's about to happen right here. That's cool too. Jesus.
We know each other. He's afraid from
That's not going to work. He should have... Yeah. He should have known what was going to happen there. It's Hulk. Strongest there is. They're going full Guardians of the Galaxy with this one. Okay, that was a sweet trailer. That was a pretty awesome trailer. There's definitely full-on Guardians of the Galaxy style. They even did the exact same opening intro for the Marvel Studios logo, where it like it's got like that 70s thing. I don't know what the actual effect is called, but it's almost like an echo for words, and every time it goes to the next step, it changes colors. So that's very interesting. It certainly won't be that way all the way through it. That's definitely how they did the trailer, and you can clearly tell that because this could have easily been like a Captain America Winter Soldier style trailer where it's like, it starts off with him seemingly like in hell and everything. He's like rolling down on this chain. He's in Hades, or it's in Greek, whatever. So he's gonna be in like Hades or whatever, and then it goes to he's fighting Enchantress in the beginning, and it's like, okay, you suck. She shatters that junk, so he's completely destroyed. Then he gets captured. I guess the whole place, Asgard is attacked, so they get wiped out by her. He gets launched, I don't know, either to the other side of the same planet or wherever they are. I don't exactly know how their planes work. I forgot if it was like Asgard was officially a planet. I believe it is. So I don't know if that was him getting launched to like a totally different dimension or whatever, but that's interesting to see how that's going to play out, because it's very serious. Like everything that happens to him is actually quite serious. Like his hammer is destroyed, his town, his city is completely crumbled, everybody's defeated, wiped out. It's like mass chaos, and then he's launched into the sky and he's picked up by some random people. They take him down and he's got nothing that he can really do. And then whoever this woman, I don't know who this woman is, who definitely looks like Aku from Samurai Jack, but he gets captured and stuff, and then he's taken to this planet where he's a contender. We get to see the Guardian of the Bridge, I forgot his name completely. We do get this glimpse of Loki, so I believe all of this is during the fight for Asgard, but apparently they all lose, so I'm very curious how the characters end up getting spread out, because it seems like only Thor is going to be thrown into this situation. Of course, him coming across Hulk, but he's thrown into this situation. So what does end up happening to Loki? Heimdall is the guy's name. So what ends up happening to him? All the other characters, like where do they end up going when Asgard is destroyed? Maybe some people actually die, because they're making it very, comic-y here, and like Loki does end up on this island, so maybe he ends up betraying. It's Loki, so I wouldn't be surprised if he just is like, alright, clearly you guys have beaten up Asgard, I'll just team up with you guys, I'll give you my brother if you want. But he wasn't there when he got captured, so it makes me wonder, like, you know, obviously it's a trailer, so everything's out of context, but when he was actually shot by the person who, you know, hit Thor with the net, Loki wasn't anywhere around there, but he does show up during, like, the fight sequence, and maybe he just can't do anything, so maybe it's like, I don't want someone else to kill my brother. They have that weird relationship, you know, but he can't, like, go in and save him. He has to, like, win the tournament, otherwise they both would have to fight who knows how many people, and of course they wouldn't, you know, as powerful as both of them are, they wouldn't make it out of that situation. So we'll see how exactly their relationship is working out in this, but definitely an awesome trailer for sure. Like I said, full-on Guardians of the Galaxy style. You cannot deny that 100%. The music, like I said, even the styling, like it looked like Guardians of the Galaxy, especially the part after Asgard gets messed up, where he's in like this random like trash place. I don't know. It definitely looked like the colors look just like Guardians of the Galaxy, which is weird to say because they're just colors. But the way they use the colors is like Guardians of the Galaxy, and like they're on this colorful planet before he's thrown into like the pit as a contender. We see Heimdall going up against somebody who's green, which I think may or may not be like a lesser version of like a little summoned minion of Enchantress. So we'll see how that plays out as well. But certainly looking forward to seeing how things play out. Maybe this woman who, maybe that is Enchantress that has like the crazy Aku thing going, I guess. I don't know. But either way, I'm excited for this. Enchantress is in here, so that's pretty awesome. I don't know some of the newer characters, like we have Jeff Goldblum. I know that actress, I just don't know her name exactly. So I don't know what character she's playing, and I tend not to look up character names. I tend to just be like, you know what, I'll just go into it and see what they do, because if I don't know the character already from the comics, I just wait to see what version they're going to do, because this, obviously, it's the cinematic universe is so drastically different. It's almost pointless to even know what the characters are like if you don't already know. I know the Planet Hulk stuff, so it's awesome to see that. Totally different, because knowing, you know, once I heard like, oh man, they're going to have like, you know, Planet Hulk in here, I was like, holy crap, that's going to be insane. But this isn't like Planet Hulk style. This is totally different. That would be insane. Like, who knows? Maybe they'll still do that. You know, we got the costume here. They could still have him go to a different planet. That would be something different. That would, yeah, I don't think they do that for like years and years and years, if they even ever decide to actually do Planet Hulk. And I thought about that when they did the last Avengers. I was like, you know, he leaves off, and it's kind of in a different way. He's not sent off, he leaves. But they could, you know, lead to Planet Hulk. So it did lead to the costume. So we'll see how that ends up playing out. I'm sure, you know, it won't have anything to do with actual Planet Hulk. It's just a cool reference to the costume. And they're, of course, in like a tournament, so they fight. And they could have some references, because in Planet Hulk, Hulk does fight Beta Ray Bill, who is the other person who, you know, for people who may not know this, he is the second person that was deemed worthy to have Thor's hammer. So he was actually given his own hammer that gave him the same abilities as Thor. He doesn't, he looks like, he's got like a horse face. He literally has a horse face. I'm not saying he's ugly. But for people who may not know, they have that where it's like, oh, he fights a character that is like Thor. They have references to Thor and his siblings and stuff with some other creatures that are in the Planet Hulk movie. It's an animated movie if you want to check it out. It's pretty insane. But yeah, so I doubt they'll ever even get to that, just because of how intense that story would be and what that would mean and what it would have to lead to after Planet Hulk, because some things happen and he does come back. And you can imagine, you're sent off into space, you're a little angry, you find your way back home, you're pissed. So, I mean, Hulk fights everybody already. You can imagine how that might play out. So, I don't know if they'd go into all those details, but maybe, you know, that would be a long time from now, because we're already waiting for, you know, Infinity Wars and all that stuff. So we'll see if they ever decide to officially do Planet Hulk. But definitely a fun trailer. Like the song, I'm just like classic rock, so I just like the music. But the visuals are great. I'm loving the story. Like I said, the way they did it, it's definitely comedic for comedic purposes, but easily I can see this being like a dark story, and I feel like that's how it might play out. But I wouldn't hate it if it played out more comedic, because considering Thor, he's always so incredibly serious. Like the first one and the second one, they're all very serious films. I wouldn't hate it if this one had like a serious element, but it was played for comedic purposes. Kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy, just, you know, different characters, and it could totally work, because admittedly, it's comic books. They do that all the time in the comics, where you have more serious characters in the most ridiculous of situations, and it's not always because it's a one-off comic. Sometimes in, you know, actual continuity, they have comedic points. So I said this is pretty awesome. Definitely a fun trailer to watch. Excited to see where they go with the action and just what we're going to be getting from this and the villains and the heroes. And I'm assuming, of course, it's Thor and it's Hulk. They are going to team up. Maybe not in the beginning, which I wasn't surprised by there, but I'm excited to see how that plays out. Also, with it being a Planet Hulk costume, there's just elements to that, of course. They kind of hinted at it at the end of Avengers 2, with Hulk kind of taking control and being able to speak and stuff like that. So I'm very curious if we're going to even get that, because of course we only see him scream, but I'm curious how that might play out. But definitely a fun trailer. Of course, would love to know what you guys thought about it, so please comment below. Let me know your favorite parts, your least favorite parts about it. Of course, I would love to know what you want to see in the next trailer, what characters you guys want to see that may not have been shown, what story elements you guys want to see. Do you want to see more of what happens between Thor and Hulk? I'd be fine waiting on that if we just see them fight in the beginning. I think we all know that they're going to end up teaming up by the end of the film, so I'm not too worried about that. But I'd love to know what you guys think about it. Definitely a big question outside of what do you want to see in the next trailer. I really want to know, how do you like the feel of this? Do you think it sucks because it's too much like Guardians of the Galaxy, like they're just doing a Guardians of the Galaxy thing now? Or do you find it okay because it does make for a good trailer? Because it really does, but it does make me curious, like, is this trailer really an example of the movie? Or is it just an example of, we like Guardians of the Galaxy, so does everyone else, so why don't we just make the Thor trailer at least like Guardians of the Galaxy, and then we get the movie, and it's just as serious as the other two? Because if it's like that, that'll be an issue where we're seeing these really awesome, funny trailers, and then it's the same as the other films, which can have comedy. Of course, you have Loki, but it's like that sarcastic, evil comedy. It's not Guardians of the Galaxy comedy. So, admittedly, that's the only thing that really makes me scared, because I'm like, I really hope they aren't just playing it up to make awesome trailers like Guardians of the Galaxy, which I love, but we know how Thor has been, so if they're changing it for real, and this is an example of that, I'm fine with it. But if they have these awesome trailers and then we go to the movie and it's just like the other two where it's mostly super serious, I'll be admittedly a bit upset, because it's like, man, that first trailer was so comedic and stuff. Like, even the way it starts, it's super, super serious, and then it goes into like a lot of comedy and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, wasn't expecting it, but I'm looking forward to it. So I would love to know if you think this is an actual example of how the movie's going to be, or if they're just kind of getting on their own bandwagon a little bit with Guardians of the Galaxy. So please put your comments down in the comment section below, and of course, thanks for watching.